Jasmine had always believed that love could fix anything. She stood by Marcus through his struggles, from sleeping on an air mattress to building his million-dollar real estate company. She was his strength, his motivation, and his peace. But peace shattered the moment she opened the hotel room door and saw him, the man she gave her soul to, in another woman's arms. Her hands trembled. The divorce papers she'd been carrying for days finally found their purpose. She dropped them on the floor, her voice steady but broken. "I was hoping you'd prove me wrong," she said softly. The other woman gasped, covering herself, but Jasmine didn't even glance at her. Her eyes stayed on Marcus, full of betrayal, pain, and quiet dignity. Marcus froze, guilt flooding his face. "Jazz, wait, let me explain," he stammered, grabbing a sheet to cover himself. "There's nothing left to explain," she said, turning toward the door. "You traded loyalty for lust, Marcus. Built you. I loved you when you had nothing. And this is how you repay me." She walked out before he could speak again. Outside, the rain poured, drenching her in seconds, but she didn't care. It matched her heart, cold and heavy. She hailed a cab and drove away from the life she'd built with him, the mansion, the memories, the dreams. Her tears finally fell, not because she lost him, but because she lost herself trying to save a man who didn't deserve her. Marcus chased her for days. He showed up at her office, called her phone, sent flowers, begged her family to talk to her. But Jasmine was done. She didn't want apologies, she wanted peace. A week later, Marcus stood outside her apartment, soaked in the same kind of rain she'd walked through that night. "Jasmine," he shouted, pounding on the door. "Please. I made a mistake. A stupid, selfish mistake. Don't leave me." When she finally opened the door, her eyes were calm. "You didn't make a mistake, Marcus. You made a choice. And now I'm making mine." She handed him the signed divorce papers. "You can rebuild your company without me. I'm rebuilding myself." Marcus dropped to his knees, tears streaming down his face. He realized too late that his success meant nothing without the woman who believed in him when no one else did. Months later, Jasmine stood on a stage at a women's empowerment event, radiant and confident. "Sometimes," she said into the microphone, "walking away isn't weakness. It's strength, the kind that heals." In the crowd, unseen, Marcus watched her with tearful pride and regret. He finally understood, she wasn't the one who lost everything. He was. Moral: never betray the woman who stood by you when you had nothing, because when she walks away, you'll realize she was everything.